Hello everyone, Vic here, and I'm sharing with you today a layout that I've made for Lottie Loves Paper using the fabulous new My Candy Girl collection from Bella Boulevard. And I've got some fabulous photographs from about 3 or 4 years ago of my eldest. We took a trip to London to Topshop, and oh my gosh, she was completely blown away by it. It was a special girly day out, and inside they had a Lola's cupcake stall full of beautiful cupcakes and milkshakes and things. So this layout is going to document that. Now I'm using a sheet of the Vicki Boutin's mixed media paper from her paper pad, where she's already designed all the backgrounds for you. Just think it's absolutely fabulous if you don't like getting paint and ink everywhere, and also if you can't be bothered to wait for things to dry for a while. This is a really quick go-to to create the same kind of effect, and I absolutely love this pink background, so I'm going to use that to help ground some paper weaving that I'm going to do. Now I loved the sheet of paper in the collection that had all the different rainbow colours, so what I have done is I've cut strips of paper in various widths. So I've cut them in like 0.5 centimetre, 1 centimetre, 1.5 centimetres and 2 centimetres wide. And now I am just weaving them basically above one piece, below a piece, above, below, above, below, to create like a basket weave. So there you go, fast forward a bit, and that is my finished bit of paper weaving. Now this was a technique that we'd done at a recent go-go retreat that I've been to, and I really loved the idea and thought that this striped paper would be perfect for it. But because it was super bright with all the colours, I didn't feel my photographs were standing out too much from that background. I mean, it's very, very busy. So what I've done is I've matted my photographs with some white cardstock and some of the yellow paper from the collection, and distressed around the edges of each. So the base of my layout is pretty much sorted now, so now I get to play and have fun with all the beautiful ephemera from this collection. I mean, the ephemera pack is massive. As you can see, there's so much stuff to choose from there on the left hand side. There's like 124 pieces in that ephemera pack, so loads of cute things like little ice creams and animal companions, and just super cute. I absolutely love all the colours and the cute factor to this collection. It's right up my street. Now, like I said, that background was really busy, so I felt I needed contrasting colours to pop off the front of that paper weaving to help bring my photographs more to the forefront of my page. So I'm fussy cutting out some of the hearts from one of the sheets of paper. I did start to fussy cut right up against the colour line, but decided in the end it would look better with a little bit of a white edge to it. So that is what I have done. So I'm really liking how the layout's taking shape now. So before I'm going any further, which is what I always end up doing too much and then having to stick it all down, I'm just securing my paper weaving there with a few bits of double-sided tape. Now I chose to use that adhesive for attaching that to my background paper, because it would just take far too long for me to apply glue to it, and also it'd be super fiddly. So by just using a few strips of sticky tape there, it has secured it enough, but also meant that not all of the strips of paper are actually flat onto that background Vicki Boutin paper, and it just gives me a little bit more texture and movement with things on the page, which I really enjoy. So I've stuck my photographs on top of that with some sticky backed foam, and now I'm just sticking down these fussy cut hearts that I've done. I'm not sticking them down flat again because I want to keep the texture. So what I'm doing before using my glue to stick them onto the layout, I'm just folding them in half gently so that the edges of the heart are raised slightly. So now I'm just having fun with all the little bits of ephemera. There were so many bits, I really didn't know what to choose. And again, I wanted to try and keep it on the blue, green, yellowy side rather than the pinks, because I felt if I used pink, it would just get completely lost on that weaving on the background there. So I fussy cut out from the cut apart sheet one of those 2x2 squares, which I thought was beautiful, and I really wanted to try and get one of the cute little animals from the ephemera on there as well. So I'm just having a play around now, but I've decided not to use that 2x2 square just because it completely unbalanced my layout and I couldn't find anything to balance it on that top left corner. So I've decided that my title is going to be My Candy Girl, and then because we've got cupcakes and everything, there's this really cute cupcake stand which I originally thought was an ice cream cart, but it isn't. So cupcake, so that's tucked behind my cupcake photograph, which is really sweet. And I'm just adding now some more detail to my background there with some Distress Oxide inks and stamping. Now I'm using some of the stamps from the Maggie Holmes Garden Party collection, and the colours of inks I'm using are mustard seed and the peacock feathers, and is it picked raspberry? Picked raspberry, I think it's called. The colours of those inks go perfectly with the colours in the collection, and I wanted to continue that heart theme just a little bit more. I did think of doing them in black originally, but then I felt it would be too strong, so I'm actually really pleased with that because they just sort of fade into the background nicely and don't overpower and distract you from the photographs in the centre there. So because my photographs are raised up on some foam pad, then that means I can raise my title strip up and a few of the cupcake stand components. And as you'll see in a minute, I've made a feature of that cupcake stand by adding one of the little creatures to it. Oh yeah, now you can see me using my stamping block going back, which you probably think is really weird. But when I was stamping the blue hearts with the Distress Oxide ink, I somehow, and I really don't know how, managed to get some drips and lines of that colour on my paper. So rather than it looking a little bit odd, I've decided that, do you know what, that background paper from Vicki Boutin is all like messy and that anyway, so I'm just smooching some of that ink off of my stamping block onto my page as well for some little bit of added detail, and it works perfectly. You'd never have known. So to finish my page off, I'm just adding a few of the Bella Boulevard trinket hearts and some of the puffy sticker little dots from the collection as well, and my journaling, and that is it done. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this has maybe inspired you to try some paper weaving on your layouts. This has been Vic for Lottie Loves Paper using the Bella Boulevard My Candy Girl collection. Thanks then, bye.